What if your backyard could feed you all year? Imagine walking outside and picking lemons, papayas, figs, and bananas straight from your trees. These 7 fruit trees can keep your fruit bowl full every single month, no matter where you live. And the best part, most of them are surprisingly easy to grow. I've been growing fruit trees for almost a decade, experimenting with everything from tropical varieties to hardy backyard staples. Through a lot of trial and error, I've learned which ones truly deliver fruit year-round. So in this video, I'll walk you through 7 of the most productive fruit trees you can plant right now. And I'll share the practical tips that keep them healthy, blooming, and full of fruit season after season. If you enjoy growing your own food and want simple, step-by-step gardening videos that actually work, hit that subscribe button and be part of this growing community. I post new videos every week to help you grow smarter, eat fresher, and enjoy your garden more. Let's grow together. In today's video, we'll cover each tree one by one, the climate they thrive in, how long it takes before they start fruiting, and the simple habits that keep them producing year after year. Whether you live in a warm, humid area or somewhere with cooler seasons, there's a tree here for you. And make sure you stick around for number 7. It's a compact fruit tree that grows perfectly in pots and still fruits twice a year. Let's get started. 1. Lemon tree. Let's start with one of the easiest and most rewarding fruit trees you can grow, the lemon tree. This one is perfect for beginners because it's resilient, adaptable, and incredibly generous when it comes to fruiting. Once it matures, a healthy lemon tree can produce fruit almost all year long, especially in warm or subtropical climates. If you live in a region with mild winters and warm summers, lemons will thrive. But even if you're in a cooler area, don't worry, you can grow them in containers and bring them indoors during the colder months. The key is sunlight. Lemons love light and they need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sun every day. If your garden doesn't get that much, a sunny balcony or patio works beautifully too. Lemon trees also love well-drained soil. Avoid soggy roots by using a mix that allows water to flow easily. When you first plant your lemon tree, give it regular watering, but never let it sit in standing water. Once it's established, it becomes more drought-tolerant, though consistent moisture will help it fruit better. To keep your lemon tree happy and productive, feed it once a month with a balanced citrus fertilizer. Lemons are heavy feeders, and regular nutrition encourages new growth, flowers, and steady fruiting all year round. During spring and summer, you'll notice blossoms that quickly turn into small green lemons, and with enough sunlight and care, you'll have a steady rotation of fruit in different stages of ripeness all year round.
One common mistake new gardeners make is pruning too heavily. Lemons actually prefer light pruning. Just remove dead branches and thin out crowded areas so sunlight reaches the inner canopy. That little bit of airflow helps prevent pests and diseases. If you're growing in a pot, make sure it's at least 40 to 50 centimeters wide and has drainage holes. Terracotta pots work great because they let the soil breathe. Over time, you'll notice how easy it is to maintain, and you'll be rewarded with a constant supply of lemons for your kitchen. Here's a little bonus tip. Mix 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt in a gallon of water and use it to water your lemon tree once a month. The magnesium in the Epsom salt helps the plant produce larger, juicier fruit and keeps the leaves a rich, deep green. And before we move on, I'd love to know, have you ever tried growing lemons in pots? Drop a comment below and share your experience. Some of the best lemon harvests I've ever seen came from small container gardens. Now, if you're impressed by how often a lemon tree can fruit, wait till you see the next one. It grows even faster, and you can harvest from it in less than a year. 2. Papaya. Now, let's talk about a tropical superstar that's often overlooked but absolutely deserves a spot in your year-round orchard, the papaya. This isn't your average fruit tree. It's more like a giant herb that grows lightning fast and starts pumping out fruit in as little as 6 to 9 months from seed. If you live in a frost-free climate or can give it a warm, sunny corner, papaya will reward you with sweet, orange-fleshed melons hanging like ornaments all year long. Papayas love heat, humidity, and rich, loose soil that drains like a dream. Plant them in a spot that gets full sun, at least 6 hours, and keep the soil consistently moist but never soggy. They're thirsty, but good drainage prevents root rot. Feed them monthly with a balanced organic fertilizer or compost tea, and watch them shoot up 3 to 10 meters tall in a single season. Here's the magic. Papayas are dioecious, meaning you need both male and female plants for fruit, but most garden varieties are gynodioecious, self-fertile with perfect flowers. Pick a named variety like Solo or Red Lady, and you're guaranteed fruit without the guesswork. Once the tree reaches about a meter tall, you'll see clusters of creamy flowers, and within weeks, those turn into green baby papayas that ripen to golden orange right on the trunk. A single mature tree can produce 30 to 50 fruits a year, and because new flowers keep appearing, you'll have ripe papayas ready to pick every few days. Harvest when the skin shows a blush of yellow and let them finish ripening on the counter. The flavor is pure sunshine. Papayas are perfect for small spaces too. Grow them in large pots on a sunny patio and move them indoors if frost threatens. Just give the container excellent drainage and rotate it for even sun exposure. Here's a pro tip. Sprinkle a handful of crushed eggshells around the base every month. The calcium prevents blossom end rot and keeps the fruit firm and sweet. If you want fruit faster than almost any other tree, papaya is your answer. It's the ultimate plant today, eat tomorrow choice for warm climates.
3. Guava. Next up is the champion of year-round harvests, the guava tree. This one earns its title because with the right care, it can produce not just one, but 2 full harvests every single year. If you've got a warm and humid climate, guava is your best friend. It loves sunshine, doesn't mind the heat, and rewards you with an incredible amount of fruit for very little effort. Guava trees grow quickly and start producing within just 2 to 4 years from planting. Once mature, a single tree can yield between 60 to 90 fruits per season. The first harvest usually comes in early summer, and after a quick prune, the tree responds with another flush of flowers that set fruit again before the year ends. That's why many gardeners call it the comeback tree. It just keeps giving. To get the best from your guava, plant it in well-drained soil where it can get full sun for at least 6 hours a day. Water deeply, but not too often. Guava doesn't like sitting in soggy soil. After your first harvest, give it a light prune. This simple step is what triggers that second burst of growth and fruiting. The key is to remove dead or weak branches and shape the canopy so light reaches the inner parts of the tree. Guavas are also excellent for home gardens because they don't take up too much space and they handle container growing quite well. The fruit itself is rich in vitamin C, and the aroma alone can make your whole garden smell like summer. Here's a little secret from experienced growers. Feed your guava tree with compost tea once a month. It's natural, easy to make, and gives the plant all the nutrients it needs to flower and fruit continuously. So tell me, if you had to choose between a guava tree and a papaya tree, which one would you plant in your garden first? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious which one wins the vote. Now, let's move on to the tropical powerhouse, the banana. Nothing adds a lush, tropical feel to a garden like a banana plant, and it's far more practical than most people realize. You can grow it in almost any tropical or subtropical climate, and it grows incredibly fast. In fact, if you plant it today and give it good care, you could be harvesting your first bunch in under a year. Bananas love rich, moist soil, so give them plenty of organic matter, compost, manure, or kitchen scraps broken down into the soil. They're heavy feeders, and when you keep their roots well fed, they repay you with tall, healthy stalks and large, full bunches of fruit. Watering is just as important. The soil should stay consistently moist but never waterlogged. They thrive in humidity, but too much standing water can cause the roots to rot. Now here's something most people don't know. Each banana stem only fruits once. Once you've harvested the bunch, that stem's job is done. But don't worry, the plant sends out new shoots called suckers from the base. These will become your next generation of banana plants. To keep your patch productive, leave 2 or 3 strong suckers to grow and remove the weaker ones. That way you'll have a steady rotation of fruit all year. Banana plants can grow tall, and their large leaves are beautiful but delicate. They can tear easily in strong winds, so give them some protection. Maybe plant them near a wall or another natural barrier. You'll know fruit is coming when a long flower stalk appears from the center. Those tiny blossoms will soon turn into rows of green bananas. As they grow, they'll lighten in color and plump up, which means they're almost ready to harvest. Once you've cut your first bunch, remember to remove the old stem at the base. This keeps your banana grove tidy and allows the new shoots to grow stronger. Bananas don't just give fruit, they bring life to your garden. Their leaves rustle in the wind, create shade, and make the whole space feel alive. And if you're finding this video helpful, take a second to share it with someone who's starting their food garden. Bananas are the perfect way to boost confidence and see quick results.
Now, stay tuned because the next fruit tree we're about to look at manages to produce twice a year, even in small spaces. You'll love this one.
5. Fig. Next up is a classic that's loved all over the world, the fig tree. It's a perfect choice if you live in a mild or Mediterranean climate, and it's one of the few fruit trees that can produce 2 full harvests a year in warm regions. The first, called the Breba crop, comes in early summer on old wood, and the second arrives in late summer or early autumn on new growth. That means twice the reward for the same amount of care. Fig trees are sun lovers. The more light they get, the sweeter their fruit becomes. They prefer full sun for at least 6 hours a day, and they absolutely love having their roots warm and dry. So if you're planting in the ground, choose a sunny spot with well-drained soil. If you're short on space, figs do incredibly well in pots too. Just pick a container that's at least 40 to 50 centimeters wide and make sure it drains properly. What's great about figs is that they're low maintenance once established. They don't need a lot of water and they can handle short, dry spells. When it comes to feeding, a layer of compost in spring is usually enough to keep them happy. A healthy fig tree can yield around 40 to 60 figs each year. That's plenty for snacking, drying, or making jam. And there's something almost magical about picking a ripe fig straight from the tree. It's warm from the sun, soft and filled with sweet juice. Have you ever tried that? If you have, you know it's one of the most satisfying garden experiences there is. Here's a simple bonus tip. Crush some eggshells and scatter them around the base of your fig tree. They break down slowly and add calcium to the soil, which strengthens the fruit and helps prevent splitting. It's an easy, natural way to keep your figs healthy and thriving. 6. Calamandan orange. Now let's shine the spotlight on a pint-sized citrus dynamo that's about to become your new favorite backyard MVP, the calamandan orange, sometimes called calamansi or Philippine lime. This little tree is the ultimate overachiever. It's compact enough for a patio pot, tough enough for beginners, and it literally never stops fruiting. In the right climate, or with a sunny window, it keeps a constellation of marble-sized orange gems dangling from its branches 365 days a year. Yes, you heard that right. Flowers, green fruit, and ripe fruit all at the same time every month. 5. Fig. Calamandan is a natural hybrid between a kumquat and a mandarin, so it inherited the best of both worlds. Thin, edible skin that's sweet tart like candy, and a juice so explosively tangy it'll wake up any dish. Think key lime pie punch with a floral whisper, perfect for marinades, sodas, dressings, or street shots of vitamin C. One mature 4-foot tree can pump out 500 to 1,000 fruits a year, enough to fill a bowl on your counter every week without ever running dry. Here's the magic sauce. Calamandan laughs at heat, shrugs off light frost down to 25 degrees Fahrenheit, and thrives in zones 8B through 11 outdoors. Colder than that? Wheel the pot indoors to a south-facing window or under a simple grow light, and it keeps blooming like nothing happened. It's self-fertile, so one tree is all you need, no pollinator partner required. Planted in a 20 to 24-inch container with excellent drainage, use a citrus-specific potting mix, and water when the top inch feels dry. Feed it monthly with a balanced citrus fertilizer or compost tea, and watch the branches bow under the weight of fruit. You'll see creamy white, fragrant blossoms that smell like orange blossoms on steroids, followed by pea-sized green balls that swell to golf ball size and turn sunset orange. Pick them at any stage. Green for ultra-tart Filipino sinigang, half-ripe for calamansiade, or fully orange for sweet snacking. The fruit hangs for weeks without dropping, so your tree is always Instagram ready. Maintenance is laughably easy. Light pruning after a heavy harvest to open the canopy, a quarterly flush with fish emulsion for extra vigor, and a saucer of water nearby in winter to boost humidity. Pests? Almost zero. Scale and aphids hate the thick, glossy leaves. If leaf miners show up, a single neem oil spray knocks them out. Pro tip: keep a pair of kitchen scissors by the back door. Snip a handful of calamandans, muddle with mint and sparkling water, and you've got a zero-waste mocktail in 30 seconds. Or freeze the juice in ice cube trays. Pop one into any sauce for instant brightness. Calamandan is the only citrus that fits on a balcony, fruits like clockwork and turns every month into citrus season. If you want a tree that says, "I've got this from day one," this is it. 7. Dwarf Ever-Bearing Mulberry. Now let's unveil the sleeper hit that turns summer into a non-stop berry buffet, the dwarf ever-bearing mulberry. This isn't your grandma's messy roadside mulberry that stains the sidewalk purple for 3 weeks and then ghosts you for 11 months. No, this compact powerhouse is a patented game-changer bred to pump out sweet, blackberry-sized fruit from late spring clean through the first frost, up to 5 full months of continuous harvest in zones 5 through 9.
Picture a tidy 6 to 8 foot tree, or a 3-foot patio dwarf in a half whiskey barrel that starts fruiting in its very first season. The magic is in the genetics. Unlike standard mulberries that bloom once on old wood, the everbearing types flower and fruit on new growth all season long. You'll pick a handful of juicy midnight black berries one week, and 7 days later, a fresh wave ripens right behind it. A single mature plant can deliver 10 to 15 pounds of fruit across the summer, enough for morning smoothies, thumbprint jams, and still plenty for the kids to graze straight off the branch. The fruit itself is pure nostalgia, elongated, glossy, and bursting with a honey-sweet flavor that deepens to wine-like complexity as the season rolls on. Eat them fresh, freeze them whole, or dehydrate into chewy morsels that taste like nature's candy. Birds go nuts for them, so toss a light net if you want to keep the bounty for yourself. Planting is dead simple. Full sun, any decent soil, and moderate water while it establishes. Once rooted, it's practically drought-proof and shrugs off neglect like a champ. No spraying, no fussing, mulberries are naturally pest-resistant and disease-proof in most regions. Prune it once in late winter to keep the shape vase-like for easy picking. That's it. In pots, use a 24-inch container, citrus mix, and slow-release fertilizer in spring. Here's the insider hack. Pinch the tips of new shoots in early summer to force even more lateral branching and more fruiting sites for the second half of the season. And if you live where winters dip below zero, the dwarf ever-bearing types are hardy to minus 20 degrees F. Just mulch the root zone and they bounce back swinging. This tree is the ultimate low-effort, high-reward machine. 0 chill hours required, self-fertile, and it bridges the gap between your early figs and late citrus with an endless river of antioxidant-packed berries. Plant one dwarf ever-bearing mulberry and turn June through October into a private berry patch. No ladders, no drama, just non-stop purple-stained fingers and full freezer bags. So, let's take a quick look back at the 7 game changers we just unpacked. From the non-stop Meyer lemon that keeps your kitchen in citrus every single month, to the rocket-fast papaya and double-cropping guava that flood warm gardens with tropical gold. Then we've got the rotating banana cycle, the 2-bite fig bonanza, the pint-sized calamondin that fruits like it's on a mission, and the dwarf ever-bearing mulberry that turns summer into a 5-month berry festival.
Together, these 7 trees stitch a seamless harvest calendar. No gaps, no grocery runs, no excuses. Balcony, patio, or backyard. 1 pot or a full orchard, you now have the exact lineup to eat fresh fruit 365 days a year. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to start, this is it. Grab one tree, any tree, get it in soil or a pot, and watch the magic unfold. The best harvests always come from the ones who just plant. Drop a comment right now. Which of these 7 are you planting first? Before we sign off, here are 4 dead simple habits that separate okay harvests from jaw-dropping ones. First, compost monthly. Kitchen scraps, coffee grounds, lawn clippings, turn waste into rocket fuel for roots and fruit. Second, mulch like your trees depend on it. 3 inches of wood chips or straw locks in moisture, kills weeds, and feeds the soil while you sleep. Third, catch rainwater in a barrel. It's chlorine-free, pH-balanced, and your trees will drink it like champagne. Fourth, invite the pollinators. Scatter marigolds, lavender, or basil around the pots and beds. More bees, more fruit, guaranteed. I'm pinning the comment with the single best tip you share below. Your hack could spark someone's first perfect harvest. If this video just handed you the blueprint for year-round fruit, smash that subscribe button and join the crew. We drop fresh, no-fluff gardening gold every week. Until then, happy planting, because the best time to plant a fruit tree was yesterday. The second best time is right now.